Hello fellow list makers, I am alive, just. I'm going to share two things that I wouldn't normally share because it's quite private. Two things that me and my husband regularly row about. Number one is the fact that I'm always the one that has to be in control. Constantly I long for the day when my husband will just take the reins and sort everything out without everybody in the family checking on me. Number two, I'm a northern working class woman. You know, I feel that sometimes my husband should defend me. It's not very logical, but there it is. So there's the two things. Oh, I mean, there's lots of other things. Money, kids, the car, never filling up on petrol. Lots of other things, obviously. But those are the two sort of massive, reoccurring things that sometimes we tend to have a little niggle about. Well, it's confession time here. Last week I did a day supply teaching in a reception class. Now I know I usually do sort of young offenders, intervention work, one-to-one work with teenagers, but I'm also a professional storyteller, so I do have experience with younger children, and I went into a reception. Now reception, wow, because these children aren't even properly school trained, you know, all this sort of sitting on the carpet thing is all new. Anyway, they come in and these kids are gorgeous. You know, I'm already thinking I could take 6 of them home. Gorgeous. Planning for a lovely, lovely day. Like 5 minutes into the lesson, this child just spontaneously has this like massive nosebleed. So I'm on it. You know, it's not my first time in teaching. I deal with that. Then, of course, another child being sick. And at that point, I find out that I'm there doing supply because apparently there's quite a big sickness and diarrhoea bug going around. But, you know, that's okay. Children are sick, bit of sawdust, we're fine. The whiteboard doesn't work. But I'm on it, I'm okay. Getting a little bit more frazzled. We go outside for this great big playtime thing, this independent learning, what they call it now. There's a little boy on a tricycle, and on the handlebars there's these hollow things, and of course he puts his middle finger into the tricycle and he gets his finger stuck. Right, so another crisis. Not too bad. There I am. I'm rolling. I'm getting a little bit tired. The afternoon activity is planting a bean. Talking about Jack in the Beanstalk and planting a magic bean. Lovely. 30 4 and 5 year olds, all with little plant pots. Child number 2 being sick. So don't worry, that's okay. At this point, the learning support assistant who's supposed to be helping me, I look at her, she's completely white and things, so now this woman just says, I've got to lie down, and she's sprawled onto the floor on this beanbag with like wet towels on her head, and I am then getting 30 kids to plant beans with soil and everything, and watering them. I get through the day, I'm fine. About 2 days later, I think you know what I'm going to say. The sickness bug of all sickness bugs hits. Now, I've had an upset tummy. I've had it before. Who's not? And I must admit, you know, before Christmas, I fractured a bone in my hand. You know, I'm pretty pain okay. I have never been so ill in my entire life. I was absolutely convinced that this must have been some sort of super virus. I won't lie, there was moments I was on the bathroom floor praying and crying for my mum who's been dead for about 16 years, completely ill. So the next day my husband can't go to work, can't go to the gym, and even though I am sat on the loo and I've got a bucket, I am still thinking to myself, I have got to tell him what to do. But something really different happened. I was literally too ill to give my husband instructions. And you know, the world didn't end. At the end of the day, I had to admit that he cancelled my work. He phoned a member of my writing group. He went to the hall. He opened the writing group up. He took my daughter to college. He dealt with all the emails. He answered all my messages, you know, all my queries. The children were fed in the evening. The next morning, everybody, including the dog, survived. And I realised that I have, for the last 17 years, said, why can't you occasionally take over? Why can't you just take the reins and just let me take a back seat? And the reason is because I'm a backseat driver. Because I don't let him take the reins, and even if I do let him take the reins, I want him to drive the way I would drive and not do it his way. So, one bad mark for me. Second thing, working class woman, feel like a man should, you know, go out and protect his woman. On Friday there was just a little bit of drama. Anyway, my husband read this email and wrote the most beautiful response, actually pointing out all my... Oh, it was beautiful, this email. I've printed it out and put it in my purse. Listed all these like really wonderful strengths. It wasn't nasty, it wasn't aggressive, it was absolutely coming to my defence, which makes me think that perhaps the reason my husband doesn't come to my defence is maybe I could be a little bit gobby and don't give him the chance. However, on that particular Friday, I did. So, a real sort of revelation in this person's life on Friday, and having to take my own responsibilities, which I thought I would share with other people. But, you know, today is Sunday evening, and I've noticed that, you know, he's not brought his washing downstairs, so let's wait before we give him the halo. So that's just what I was going to share with you today. I hope everybody is well, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.